What's behind this picture? You can look.
Keyboard.
It's not a keyboard. Hold on, wait. It's an animal. It's an animal. People keep this animal in the house. It's a small animal. And it makes a sound that begins with an M. It's not up there. It stays in the house. It's a little animal that stays in the house. And it makes a sound that begins with an M and ends with a W.
Cat.
Yes! You are so smart! I will always remember the day my son was diagnosed with autism. The silence in the room, the sound from the faraway traffic, the expression on the doctor's face, and the tone of her voice. The words that changed our lives forever: severely autistic, lifelong disability, no cure, no hope. The sudden pain in my stomach, the sudden headache. I sat there feeling numb as I received information about my child's future, but my mind refused to accept it. I kept hoping it was a bad dream and I'll wake up, but I never did. The flood of strange mixed feelings. The relief to finally have an explanation for my son's unique different behavior. The devastating news that there was nothing that could be done to help my child with his behavior and challenges. At the time when my son was diagnosed, I had no idea what autism meant. I asked the child psychologist who diagnosed him to explain or define autism. She told me it meant my child would never learn to talk, read, or write, that he could never learn self-help skills, and this kind of kids usually end up in an institution. The last sentence felt like a sharp knife going through my heart. Something inside of me refused to believe her prediction about my child's future. I was angry. I was confused. When we left her office, I helped my son into his car seat. I looked him in the eye and said, "Tulonga, don't believe anything that woman said about you. She doesn't know you. There is nothing wrong with you. You will talk when you're ready, and you will learn to do anything you want if you want to." But he didn't respond or show any sign that he understood what I had just said to him. He just sat there with a blank look on his face. I sat there next to him, wondering when or what had gone wrong. My son was born a healthy and happy baby. He was developing very well, but without any warning, in his second year, he changed. He spent most of his time running back and forth, making strange sounds and holding an object in one hand. He put everything in his mouth. Everything. He no longer asked for food when he was hungry. He didn't follow simple rules, and he had no sense of danger. This made taking him in public unsafe and overwhelming. He stopped responding to us, and he wouldn't come when we called his name. He became more interested in objects than in people. He didn't seem to know how to play with other kids anymore. He was more involved in his own world, and he became very rigid. It was clear he was slipping further away, and I didn't know what to do, but I refused to give up hope. In my desperate search for a solution, I found a loving and unique program for my unique child. The Sunrise program taught me to join my son in his exclusive play, not to imitate, but to really love and accept him where he is and join him in his own play. This helped create a bond of trust. I joined him in his activity of running back and forth, holding my own object. But after a few minutes of doing this and not seeing any changes, I stopped. And he came up to me and mumbled these words, "Mommy play," meaning "Mommy play." It was the first time he ever spoke to me in a meaningful way. He was 7 years old. My child wasn't learning in the traditional way he was taught, so I had to find a program that taught him in a way that was easier for him to learn. We used his motivation to challenge him, and he responded really well. He now uses language to communicate his needs. He loves and enjoys playing with us, and he continues to learn self-help skills every day. I will always be grateful to Mendability for making life much easier for my son by being able to deal with his sensory challenges, and to the Sunrise program for giving my son his voice, and so much more. Tulonga is not yet functioning at age level. We are still on the journey, but now I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope.